Hey everyone. So we're going to take a look at the song lyrics that you were asked to discuss in the week two discussion. You remember that song was Master of Puppets. Take a look here. All right, so Master of Puppets is a song by the band Metallica. You were not required to listen to the song, though some of you may have. All you really needed to do was read the lyrics. So this isn't necessarily everybody's cup of tea in terms of music style, which is why I mostly just give you the written form and you can listen if you choose. But all we're really looking at here is how this particular song utilizes elements of poetry, right? So we're going to definitely take a look at that, but let's just take an overall look at this song and see if we can figure out what's going on. So it starts off, end of passion play, crumbling away. I'm your source of self-destruction. Well, immediately it starts off on a pretty dark tone. End of passion play, that could be taken in a couple of different ways. You could take it as end of passion play. Passion is, a deep feeling, a very strong emotion. And maybe this line is indicating that, this person is no longer able to feel deep emotions, crumbling away. I'm your source of self-destruction. So self-destruction is when you do something or make deliberate choices that will hurt yourself. What is the source of that self-destruction? That is an interesting question. And right here, halfway through the first verse, we don't really know. But I'm your source of self-destruction. So what we do know is that whatever this source of self-destruction is, it is speaking to us. It is the voice of the lyric. The source of self-destruction is the one doing the talking. Interesting. Another thing about passion play that you could possibly think about is like Passion of the Christ, passion plays, which are about the story of Christ. So the love of God, perhaps, right? A spiritual, benevolent love could be coming to an end, crumbling away. It's an interesting thing to possibly, envision when you hear that first line, especially. Not everybody will associate that line with passion plays, but you certainly could. Passion plays have been around for a very, very, very long time, and they are a common element of certain organized religion. So end of passion play could sort of be a biblical reference or a godly love kind of reference, but it's crumbling away, coming to an end. I'm your source of self-destruction. Veins that pump with fear, sucking darkest clear. Veins, blood, sucking darkest clear. Those are some interesting references. Sucking darkest clear. So sucking something up that is clear or turns dark. Interesting. Leading on your death's construction. Building your death. I'm your source of self-destruction, veins that pump with fear, sucking darkest clear, leading on your death construction. So yeah, self-destruction, whatever this source of self-destruction is, it's It's leading you to your death, having something to do with veins and something being sucked up that is dark and clear. Okay. Taste me, you will see. More is all you need. Dedicated to how I'm killing you. So whatever this source of self-destruction is, it's something that you can either literally taste or figuratively taste. And once you do, you need more of it. And it's dedicated to killing you. And then we get this very, very crazy chorus here. Come crawling faster, faster, obey your master. So the source of self-destruction is the master. Your life burns faster. Obey your master, master of puppets. I'm pulling your string, twisting your mind and smashing your dreams. Blinded by me, you can't see a thing. Just call my name because I'll hear you scream, master, master. Just hear my name because I'll hear you scream, master, master. So whatever this source of self-destruction is, it is in control. It is the puppet master. The person it is speaking to is the puppet. I'm your source of self-destruction. Whoever you is completely controlled by this master whose one goal is to destroy you. And again, we've got veins, sucking darkest clear, more is all you need, or taste what you will see, more is all you need. Interesting. Then we get to the second verse here. Needlework the way. Needlework. Wasn't it interesting that we had this reference to veins sucking darkest clear, like a needle sucking up something? All right. Needlework the way. Never you betray. Life of death becoming clearer. Pain monopoly. Like all the pain. Pain rules. Ritual misery. So misery, but it's ritualistic and habitual. Chop your breakfast on a mirror. What do you chop on a mirror? Drugs, cocaine, possibly crushed up pills, possibly heroin. And that's interesting that we would typically say cocaine. I think pop culture would lend cocaine to that image. Chopping up lines of cocaine on a mirror to snort them. I think it's Scarface here. Or you could, though, chop other things up into lines and snort them, heroin being one of them. But then we also have that initial reference here to veins sucking darkest clear. So, using a spoon and liquid and flame to turn the powder of heroin into a liquid that can be sucked up into a syringe and then injected into your veins. So I think we have a very strong case for heroin being the source of self-destruction here, or at least what's being used to destroy. But it could be various drugs. So it's possible maybe this up here, the vein that pump with fear, sucking darkest fear, that could be a heroin reference or some sort of IV drug use. Chop your breakfast on a mirror. Maybe it's, it doesn't have to be just one drug. Maybe we have references to several drugs here, where it could all be heroin. Or some other drug that you can chop and snort and, manipulate and inject. But it seems pretty clear. Then we get this again, taste me, you will see, more is all you need. That sounds, now it really sounds like a drug reference. Taste me, you will see, more is all you need, dedicated to how I'm killing you. And then we get our chorus again, master of puppets, I'm pulling the string. And then, he keeps saying, just call my name because I'll hear you scream, master, master. Just call my name because I'll hear you scream, master, 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 master. And if you're listening to the song, it changes a little bit here. Because then the puppet starts to talk back. Master, master, where's the dream that I've been after? Master, master, promised only lies. Laughter, laughter, all I hear or see is laughter. Laughter, laughing at my cries. Fix me. Fix me? Interesting. I mean, we all of a sudden the puppet is doing the talking. The puppet's not supposed to be able to talk unless the master's pulling the strings. So it's almost like there's some hope in here that the puppet could still regain control. Not looking too good though. But the fact that the puppet is able to speak does a sliver of hope. And you think, where's the dreams that I've been after? Promised only lies. Like you promised me all of these things and you haven't delivered. In fact, all I hear and see is laughter. Fix me. Does that mean fix me, like make me better? Make me whole? Make me fix me so that I'm no longer on this path? Or does it mean fix me, like give me a fix, make me feel better because I need it to be okay? Withdrawal, right? But then the puppet regains, or the master regains control. Hell is worth all that, natural habitat, just a rhyme without a reason, never ending maze, drift on numbered days. Now your life is out of season. I will occupy, I will help you die. I will run through you, now I rule you too. And then we get the chorus again. So what we have here is a song about addiction and how addiction is like a puppet master. The addiction is who is speaking through the majority of the song. The addiction has been personified. Personification is when you give human characteristics to non-human things. A great example of this is like every children's story in known where animals and objects are animated and they almost like they're people. But anything can be personified. Anything that is not human, you can give it human characteristics and make it seem like it's human. And it's used quite a bit in poetry. And it's used here in this song to give addiction human-like characteristics. First, it has a voice. It has power. It has control. So it is the addiction that is speaking to us. The addiction is the puppet master. And we, you know, we get that whoever is speaking is in control. You know, I'm your source of self-destruction, leading on your death construction, dedicated to how I'm killing you. It just, you know, master of puppets, I'm pulling your string, twisting your mind and smash, blinded by me, you can't see a thing. You know, I will occupy, I will help you die, I will run through you, now I rule you too. So that is where the human characteristics are coming in. It sounds like a person that is responsible for all of this. We come to realize that it's not actually a person, that it's addiction with, you know, all the drug references. Veins that pump with fear, sucking dark is clear, taste me, you will see, more is all you need. Needlework the way, chop your breakfast on a mirror. Even this, you know, fix me could possibly be like, you know, give me a fix. And then this is what addiction does, right? I will occupy, I will help you die, I will run through you, now I rule you too. The addiction is the puppet master. The addict is the puppet. And during this song, we only have very, very tiny sliver of hope that the addict slash puppet can regain control and overcome the master slash drugs. So it's a very bleak outlook, but a very accurate and kind of raw representation of what addiction is like. You know, we could debate how people get to that point, choice, circumstance, trauma, genetics, all sorts of things. But I think what the song shows us is that regardless of how you end up here, once you're here, it's almost impossible to escape. It is nearly impossible to overcome the power and control of the puppet master. It's very difficult to sever those strings and be your own whole, healthy person. Again, very bleak, but it's so interesting the way that James and Lars and Kirk and Cliff portrayed addiction in the song by personifying addiction as a puppet master. So I hope you were able to pick up on some of that. I think some students, I know one common interpretation that I have read from students, a lot of students do get the drug references and they kind of figure it out. But there are also some students who feel like it's a song about a toxic relationship. Like one person in the relationship is in control and is manipulating and destroying the other person in the relationship. And, you know, I don't think that that's a horribly wrong feeling, because I think the relationship between addict and drug is a toxic relationship, and it has a lot of the same attributes as a toxic relationship between two actual people. So if you know, it's an interesting thing for me when I read about students' interpretation and they think it's, just about a toxic relationship. I'm like, well, you're not wrong, but you're not totally right either, because it is absolutely about the relationship between addict and the addiction, addict and drugs. And the addiction has become is personified. It is toxic. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have questions or before you do the journal, definitely reach out. Otherwise, just go ahead and answer the questions. And if there's anything else that you want to add or sort of say to me or talk about or bring up or comment on, feel free to add it into the journal. Just make sure that you do answer the specific questions asked of you in the prompt. Okay. All right. I really look forward to reading it. Let me know if you have questions.